This issue is about a vanity project for this president.
Right.
And it is a problem of his own making.
Right.
And listen, when I travel this country, folks have plenty enough problems that they need their president to focus on, instead of a wall that, by the way, because I was a prosecutor for many years, including the Attorney General of California, I specialize on transnational criminal organizations.
Yeah.
That wall ain't gonna stop them.
No.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all for joining me here today. Today, we've got flip-flopping Kamala Harris. Yes, that's right. She's not for the border wall. Now she is for the border wall. She is the reason behind tax on tips. But then she is for no tax on tips, and she may still do the tax on tips. I'm not sure what's going on with this woman. She can't even make up her own mind. But before we get into it, don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and watch the video to the end. Now let's get into it. So we know recently that Kamala Harris has seemingly adopted some pro-Trump stances on policy. Can she come up with policies of her own? Or is she realizing, oh my gosh, the border really is a problem, so I am going to commit to closing the border? But I guess she wants us to forget about the past 3.5 years or so that the border has been wide open and could have been taken care of before time to almost vote. Yes, let's see how she exactly has flopped on this whole issue.
This issue is about a vanity project for this president.
Right.
And it is a problem of his own making.
Right.
And listen, when I travel this country, folks have plenty enough problems that they need their president to focus on, instead of a wall that, by the way, because I was a prosecutor for many years, including the Attorney General of California, I specialize on transnational criminal organizations.
Yeah.
That wall ain't gonna stop them.
No.
This administration has decided to vilify them and to trade on them for the sake of this president's medieval vanity project called a wall. Let me be very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances, and I do support border security. And if we want to talk about that, let's do that. After decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought together Democrats and conservative Republicans to write the strongest border bill in decades. The Border Patrol endorsed it. But Donald Trump believes a border deal would hurt his campaign. So he ordered his allies in Congress to kill the deal. Well, I refuse to play politics with our security. And here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law.
Sign it into law. Wow. You know, everything she said that night was a lie and everybody else was lying too, or they twisted it and contorted it. I mean, it is amazing to me that she just stood up there and lied. She's the border czar. Are we going to actually, I just feel like sometimes people have very short memories. We don't actually remember what actually was said. Well, you saw through the years how it changed. Oh, it changed, because we know that people in Chicago, we know that people in New York and other blue areas, those sanctuary cities, are sick and tired of demon rat policies that hurt the American people. And now at the 12th hour, you want to do something about it? You want to actually, oh my goodness, we need to clean up this mess. It's ridiculous. And insulting to the American people's intelligence. Well, some of us know better. We know that every 4 years, something always comes around where people have to be, wear the thingy across their face. Yes, it'll keep happening because of, they want to use certain things to, deal. They want to deal. Or you know what I mean. We're not falling for that this time. We're going to pray. We're going to do this the right way. We are a constitutional republic. We're supposed to vote. We're supposed to vote. I say it again. We are supposed to vote people in. Kamala Harris should not be the nominee. She was not primaried. I just want everybody to remember that little tidbit of information. Yes, that nice, juicy tidbit of information. Now let's take a look at something else. So, wow, we see here from Kamala Harris, funding Trump's unrealistic border wall would be a gross misuse of taxpayer money. What? And she also says, oh, Trump's border wall is just a stupid use of money. I will block any funding for it. This is when she was a senator. So we're playing games here. Kamala Harris and her team and the evil powers that be are just, playing games with our intelligence like we really don't know what's going on when we actually do. This woman is a flip-flopper. She cannot come up with her own policies. Oh, I'm right. The Democrats don't have policies. They do this right here.
Increasingly, and you've seen it even just this week, we are all starting to narrow in on what this election will mean.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the choice between what is about respecting our democracy, what is about competence versus chaos. I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump. Because, they know he is easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. They know Trump won't hold autocrats accountable because he wants to be an autocrat himself. And as president, I will never waver in defense of America's security and ideals, because in the enduring struggle between democracy and tyranny, I know where I stand and I know where the United States belongs.
Yep, that's what they say on the Democrat side, accusing Donald Trump of being autocrat, a dictator. Oh, yes. And, Kamala Harris is talking about she's going to be a great person for security. We all know that's not true now, don't we? We all know that she's all in with the evil powers that be. And if we vote that woman in, I just really don't know what this country would actually turn into. I'm already starting not to recognize our own country, and it will just continue to go down the hatch. So if we want the right thing to happen, we believe, warriors, that we will go along with the former president, Donald J. Trump, who was for freedom of religion, freedom, secure borders, the economy was better under him. And we're not going to argue about the speeches that get you all hyped up and go, wow, woo, she's a woman of color, and it's just not Trump. But when you bring up policy, that's where the whole Democrat side just falls flat. Because remember, there are over a lot of things in our country: the media, the school system, Hollywood, the music industry. They control the narrative and they run DC. Right. So you guys tell me what you think about all of this, because she is a flip-flopper. I call her copycat. Flip-flopping Harris, copycat Harris. That's what she is. She can't come up with anything of her own. Thank you all for joining me here today. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, the United States of America. As I always say, march on, warriors.